Hola from the west side. Hopefully, YouTube is sending out notifications that I'm live. I know I haven't been live in like, couple of months, but it's a rainy day outside. I was gonna go live from and I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm moving around. I have the mic on me today and I am moving around. Hopefully by moving around doesn't mess up the sound and you guys can hear me pretty good. But happy March, happy Women's History Month, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Haven't been on for a while. Last month was my birthday month. Hey Seneco, how are you? Last month was my birthday month, and I bought myself a car for my birthday. And if you're a member of my channel, you would know what kind of car I got. If you're not a member of my channel, you'll know when I start doing some car lives, like, sitting in my car and coming live with you guys from the car. And I was going to do that today, but it's raining. So I'm coming live the last hour of my work day. And for those who catch this on the replay, because I know a few people are going to catch this on replay because I don't go live anymore. I'm trying to get back into it, y'all. It's just easier to just upload knowledge like I have been. But I'm part of the 92%, and I've been resting. But I since it's Women's History Month, I figured let me come on and start to say some stuff. Like, for example, all the protests that have been going on, and I'm not talking about last Friday or the ongoing Target boycott. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about all of the protests that have been happening around the United States and how you haven't seen any Black women out there and you barely seen anybody who was Black in any of those protests. And we know why we're not there. We did our part. We did our part. I'm also up here drinking my last cup of mushroom coffee for the day. If you drink coffee, think about trying Rise mushroom coffee. It is very, very good. You don't have to deal with the caffeine jitters, but you still have the alertness that you need. Just an FYI, especially as we get older, don't need to have as much caffeine. Really, you don't. And me drinking this, I like drinking what I used to drink was Bustelo, and that's espresso. I can drink this all day. I could not drink my Bustelo all day because Bustelo, if you do not know, is like rocket fuel. It is highly caffeinated. Highly caffeinated. If y'all hear like noise in the background, my son's home, y'all. My son is home. Sonny is here. He just got home in the pouring down rain. But he's got some stuff coming up, you guys, which is another reason why I haven't been doing a lot of lives, because I have been working on some things for my son. And one of the things that I have gotten in place for him is he is now in a performing arts program for developmentally disabled adults. And this program can lead to potentially working in Hollywood because I'm in California. I'm in Southern California. And because Hollywood is more becoming more open to when they have people who have developmental disabilities in as characters, actually using people who have developmental disabilities instead of people who are not neurodivergent playing someone who is neurodivergent. Like, makes no sense. So he's going to be in a program, taking classes, learning music, learning production, acting classes, videography. He is going to be learning a lot of stuff. And I am so happy for my son. The place that he is going, in case someone who's actually in Southern California hears this, is Performing Arts West Studios. And once he's in that, I probably will be sharing things on my channel in regards to Performing Arts West. Um, those will probably be things that I do in the members only, um, because I don't want to be filming up there um, with, people in my son's community. Um, and unless, I get their permission to film them, otherwise I'll only be filming my kid and things that he's doing, and then I'll just figure out how to blur out everybody else around him. There's ways to do that, I know. But I'm really happy about that because I have been trying to get him into this program for over 5 years, y'all. Since before the world shut down, I've been trying to get him in this program. And the world shutting down pushed everything back, but we are finally here. He should be starting the program next week. We wanted him to be in performing arts starting this week, but got to get the transportation together because even though we live in the vicinity of said program, I work. I'm his full time caregiver, but I also have another full time career, and my work hours are not indicative that I can take him and bring him home. So we're going to make sure that he has transportation. Also, because just because we live near there now doesn't mean we're going to live near there in the future, you know. Or for that matter, they may move, even though I don't think they're moving. They've been in the same location for like 20, almost 30 years. Yeah, almost. They've been there for almost as long as my son's been alive. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of this stuff. Now, I don't understand why people are still looking for us to jump out there and jump in front of everything for them because we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Even though, yes, I know right now they are trying to sell to America that Social Security can't withstand itself. Never mind the fact that there are some of us who are still paying into it and will be paying into it for a little bit of time, you know. And then there's a whole nother generation below us that are years out. It may not be able to pay full, but it's not going to completely collapse like they want. It just means that it's going to be less money for the generations going forward unless they figure out something else. But the Medicaid or Medi-Cal, as it is here in California, the majority of the people that are on Medicaid and Medi-Cal do not look like me, are not developmentally disabled like my son. They're not. The majority of the people are palm colored because they're the majority, at least for right now, in this country. Although Latinos, you know, are coming up on them. And I figure if they're able to push a lot of Latinos out of here, that might just give them more time. But see, does anyone really think that the majority of Latinos in this country are here improperly? That's a small minority, regardless of what they want you to believe. Majority of people of them are here legally, and the majority of them were born here. They weren't born in Mexico. They weren't born in Venezuela. They weren't born in Honduras. They weren't born in Costa Rica. They weren't born in Panama. They weren't born in Paraguay, Uruguay. None of those Hispanic countries in South America or Mexico. The majority of them were born right here in the United States. So you you can't deport natural born citizens if they were, that were born here. And that's that. That's the same issue they have with, the majority of us melanated folk like myself, is that the majority of us were born here. But see, we're such a small minority, and you keep trying to take all these things away, but you may be taking away from some of us, but you're not taking it away from all of us because all of us were not benefiting from it. Hey, Jill. No worries. All of us were not benefiting from Medi-Cal, as it's called here in California, and Medicaid, as it's called everywhere else, SNAP benefits. My son, who should by all rights have SNAP benefits, I they want him to jump through so many hoops. For the moment, I'm just, I'm gonna try to get them once the whole situation calms down because he's always going to be eligible for them. He's permanently considered a permanently disabled person with autism because he is, you know, the way that they regulate autism now is that they have two, they do it as one, two, three. Three being the most severe. One being what, we all see as the high functioning um, folks on the spectrum that for the most part, just seem, a little different. And then you have number two, which are the ones who can take care of some of their needs, but not all of their needs. So they're kind of in the middle. That would be my son. He can do some things for himself, but some things he needs guidance and help with, you know. But, and so therefore, you know, he's going to always have his benefits. Those who are considered high functioning, it's harder for them to get um, SSI if they're able to get out there and get a job. But even those who are considered high functioning with autism, many still live at home with their parents and don't have a job, because even though they can get a job, they don't get a job because a lot of times employers, even though they say they hire people with autism, they don't really hire people with autism, not the high functioning ones. I'll just let that resonate. But we all saw what happened at that town hall. I believe was it in Idaho or was it Iowa? Yeah, where the palm colored lady. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I think I dropped for a second because everything just went black for like a second there. I don't know. That was really weird. I'll figure it out when I go back and look at the replay. That just threw me off. But anyway, I was talking about what happened at the town hall in Middle America, where the palm colored woman was dragged out, and the only reason we knew about it was because a sister was there and filmed it. And we saw all of those palm colored people not doing anything. Now, I understand that a couple of palm colored men did try to assist. They were also, you know, dragged out and stuff. But what happened to her is exactly why we ain't effing with y'all. Because if you would let that happen to one of your own, all the women that were in that room, clearly you were part of the 67% of palm colored women who voted against their own best interests. And everything that is happening right now with, this person who is in office, 47, and then the person that he's letting run the country, or allowing to be out there and letting us think that he's doing something, Elon Musk, who is really only doing what this other person, you know, behind Donald Trump is telling him to do. Elon Musk is being allowed to do stuff. And but you do know that his net worth has been drastically changing since he became part of Doge. hmm I hear that Tesla stock is in the basement. That's what I hear. I also hear that because of some ignorant allegations that Mr. Musk made against a billionaire investor who was going to put money into Starlink, that said investor pulled monies that they had in there out, $7 billion, and have determined that the additional $22 billion that they were going to put into Starlink, they're going to send all of that over to the Republic of China, to the competition. So what does that mean? Let me drink some of my mushroom coffee. Hold on. So what does that mean? That means that Elon Musk was only the richest person on paper, because of Tesla and Starlink. Tesla stock was being valued at 35 times its actual worth. hmm You know, 35 times of what they were bringing in. But it's not even worth that anymore. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen because it sounds like Elon Musk is going broke. And I mean broke for a rich person. They're never completely, rich people are never completely broke. They're never completely broke, but you know, he's going broke for a rich person. hmm So let me just sit back and watch this stuff happening. But I've been, doing what I should be doing, as a 92 percenter. Like the entire month of February, I gave you daily Black History Month content. 28 people in 28 days that impacted this country because Black history is American history. Oh, thank you for joining my membership. Thank you, Miss Jill. I appreciate you. I am slowly trying to grow my membership. I appreciate you. Thank you. You will see some members content because I'm working on some. I'm actually going to do some this week. It will be a video just for my members. Now I'm also, because today is Ash Wednesday. For those of you, um, I believe that the Catholic Church and I think the Episcopal Church also. I'm not sure if the Lutheran does, but I know the Episcopal Church also celebrates um, Ash Wednesday, but it's mainly the Catholic Church. And I told you guys that a while ago that I was going to do a video on why I left the Catholic Church. I left the Catholic Church when I was 29. I had been born and raised Catholic. And I left the Catholic Church because of things that were going on in the Catholic Church here in California when I came to California. Had those things been going on in the Washington, D.C. archdiocese that I grew up in, there probably wouldn't have been a Washington, D.C. archdiocese. And the reason I say that is because Washington, D.C., outside of New Orleans, the largest amounts of Black Catholics are in Washington, D.C., because a lot of people from New Orleans migrated there. Chicago, because a lot of New Orleans folk migrated to Chicago. And then Los Angeles. Um, but DC has a huge amount. I also, when I tell of why I left the Catholic Church, I also will talk about things that happened in DC in regards to Catholicism that also turned me off to Catholicism. And I also am going to talk about these things called chick publications that I stumbled upon when I was out here in California, which I'm thankful that I did because they prepared me for what I saw that ultimately made me leave Roman Catholicism. that I was born and raised in, that I had received most of the quote unquote holy sacraments. Okay. And I just feel like that's something that I'm ready to share. It's been a while. It's been a while, because I'm in my 60s. I've been out of the Catholic Church for longer than I was Catholic now. You know, I was Catholic for about half of my life at this point. And for the other half, I have been non-denominational. But trust me, I got run up out of the Catholic Church. Um, it saddens me, the reasons that I left. I would have rather have not left for those reasons, but it is what it is. But I am planning on doing that video this month, since we're in the Lent season, and I do still like do things like give things up for Lent, even though I'm not a quote unquote Catholic anymore. As far as they're concerned, I'm considered backslidden Catholic, because I was never excommunicated from the Catholic Church. I just left. I just stopped going to a Catholic church. I just stopped giving my tithes to a Catholic church, you know? And I also um, got a full immersion baptism as an adult. And I did not baptize my child Catholic. He also got a full immersion baptism. And it was non denominational, because, I wasn't going to put that on him. And I just felt that as long as I raised him knowing God, I'm not of the belief that the Catholic Church is the only church, because let's just say, once I understood the Spanish Inquisitions from the other side of what was really happening in the Spanish Inquisitions, it's crazy. You know, I, I I have a better understanding of what led to the split in the Catholic Church, why there is Protestant church. I also understand why we have what is called the Greek Orthodox. And the Greek Orthodox is under the Bishop of Constantinople. That's basically, that's the Eastern Church. The Eastern Church and the Western Church is Roman Catholic. The Eastern Church is Greek Orthodox. But they both sprang out of what started in Antioch on the continent of Africa. Because the first church that were followers of Christ were people that look like us. hmm Let's let's put that out there. So, you know, knowing things like this, knowing the fact that our ancestors knew God, they didn't have to be enslaved and dragged out of their homeland and stripped of their history and of their native tongue, and forced to and introduced to your version of a God that they already knew. hmm and the wild thing is that more people understood that. I have nothing against Islam. I have something against when people twist the true roots of Christianity. hmm And the reason that Muslims and Christians have issues is because they believe in the same God, but Muslims, they don't believe that Yeshua is the of Christ. And I don't even, son of God, I don't even know how I got here. God must have just wanted me to go here. I guess he just wanted me to go here. But that's part of it. But the black nationalist version of Islam that is here in the United States, is very, very different from true Islam. It really, really is. It really, really is. But let me come off of that. One of the things that I have been also working on, you guys, is I have been starting to do some prepping. Um, I have to start all over with my arrow um, garden, um, but I'm doing three specific herbs in it this time around, and these are going to be ones that I think that I may need, but just think I want to have some around, which is parsley, cilantro, and mint. Parsley, cilantro, and mint are natural purifiers of water. Okay. So I'm saying that we should all have fresh parsley, cilantro, and mint. Even if you live in an apartment, you can do some container crops or you can do a hydroponic garden for those herbs. You need to have them. You also want to find some fruits and vegetables that you can do at home. Now's the time to start planting things. Please start planting them now. With the hydroponic garden, it doesn't matter because that's indoor and it's really about the regulation of the lights when they're in the different phases. The seedling to, you know, becoming a full plant. So that's different. But with if you're going to do them outside on your patio, on if you're going to do them in your window ledge, now's the time for a lot of them, depending on which zone you're in. But for most of us, it's time. It's time. Um, I'm also looking at getting a mini generator. hmm Sure am looking at a mini generator right now. I'm also looking at getting some solar packs. Working on, just some small solar packs. And you can get, now I'm going to tell you one of the places where you can get those solar packs over in the TikTok shop. You can get them there, you can get them on Amazon, but you can get them on the TikTok shop and they come pretty quickly. Everything on TikTok is not coming from China. A lot of that stuff is local in the United States. And if you live in a state like California where TikTok is based, they have a lot of things that are local in the United States because the sellers are in the United States. They're not outside of the country. So those are things that I think that people should be getting. You should be getting dry. You should be storing up dry foods. Hey, YouTube camera. You should be storing up your dry foods. I'm talking about beans. I'm talking about rice. You know, pastas, canned vegetables, cans of soup, ramens, and now with the water, it's really, really tricky because we really should not be storing water in those plastic containers for long periods of time because you could potentially get lead poisoning from it just sitting in the plastic because of the carcinogens that are in the plastic itself. Yeah. Mhm. So, what I suggest is that if you are storing water, that you transfer the water from plastic containers to glass or aluminum. Glass or aluminum or metal, because you don't have to worry about that. You know, something if the water's sitting, because when you get the water in the plastic containers from the store, you don't know how long it was sitting at the store in that plastic container. And then you bring it home and then you have it sitting in the plastic container. And it doesn't even matter whether you're, leave it sitting in your car or you have it down in the cool, dark basement. It's the fact that the longer it sits in the plastic containers, the more of the carcinogens can get into the water. I mean, all of it that's in the plastic containers has a little bit in it, but you just don't want it to be sitting for long periods of time. It needs to be in metal cans or glass bottles. Don't store stuff in plastic, including prepping stuff. Unless you're prepping stuff, if it's in the prepping bins, I still, and this is just me, I would still put something to line the bottom of them. Things that you can put in there to, just to keep stuff together. But if you don't have a pantry, buy one of those little, you know, mini ones that you can put canned goods in your kitchen. They have them. I've seen the ones that you can put on your wall or slide in between cabinets. I've seen them on Amazon. I have seen them. What is the name of that? Um, y'all know the in the Fingerhut catalogs. I've seen them in the Montgomery Ward's catalogs. Those, the catalogs that they send you to your house and are telling you, that they're going to give you like $400 or $500 credit on them. Yeah, I've seen them in those. Because you don't have to get the credit from them. You can just buy what it is that you want out of there. But I've seen those many types of storage cabinets in those. Those are the things that we need to be getting because we just need to be prepared. And the reason that I'm telling you guys all of this is because before the world shut down, before the world shut down, my pastor had told us that she had a feeling. She was telling us all these things, the things to do, and she didn't. We had no idea what was coming was coming. And I know when what happened in 2020 happened, a lot of people were not prepared. Something the spirit is telling me, and it's telling a lot of people to just be prepared. Um, People, when you see all these people preparing at this time, it's time to be in survival mode because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the impact of things that are going on in our federal government, how they're going to impact us when they're waging things against other countries, like our neighbors to the north, who control electricity for a large portion of the country because of the way that our power grids run. hmm And should something like that happen, we need to be prepared. Um, If you don't have you a throwaway phone, I suggest you get you a throwaway phone for emergencies. Mm-hmm. I do. You know, because a lot is being controlled. A lot is being controlled, y'all. Just like I told you guys before, always make sure that you have you some cash at home. Do not put all of your money in the bank. Do not put all of your money in investment. I'm going to tell y'all again, make sure that you have multiple streams of income. Make sure that you have multiple streams of income. That means if you got one job, make sure you got two. If you got two jobs, be working on number three. If you got three, be working on number four. You need to have multiple streams of income, especially now, especially right now, because we don't know which way the price of essential goods is going to go. That's why I'm telling everybody to have a garden. Hmm. And have certain things there in case you need to have them because you can't find them in the stores. Now, some people are saying that the egg shortage is real. Some people are saying it's not. I believe that it's been manufactured. I believe that it was manufactured. Not saying that it's not real. I'm saying it was manufactured though. You know, they made it happen. You know, um, withholding certain things from farmers, certain funding. Hello, son. They can't see you though, but you can say hi. They can hear you. Say hi. Uh-huh. How are y'all? You doing good? Doing good. All right. Mom's almost finished work. I'm almost done. Hold on, y'all. I am finishing this up, but I think I still have time. I think I'm like a couple of minutes. Let me see. Let's see. I think I'm a couple of minutes from sign off. Mm-hmm. I got a couple more minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put something in my queue for the morning. That's basically what I'm going to do. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. All right, so right now, we all should be preparing ourselves for the worst. Um, and the reason I say to have multiple streams of income, have multiple streams of income just in case, one of them goes away. So if you've got multiple streams of income, you've got other things that you can roll onto. Make sure that you're saving money, you know, live on a budget. Don't spend a whole bunch of money on things that you don't really need. You know, just things that you want, not that you need, but things that you want. And I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to me too. Because, you know, I like to spend, I like to go shopping too. I like to shop, but you know, it's not the time for us to be doing a whole bunch of that right now because we don't know what's fixing to happen. Oh, and here's another thing. As you are filing your taxes this year, please do it electronically. Do not go and mail them in hard copies. The reason that I am saying this is because, as you know, a lot of people were let go, including from the Department of Treasury. Okay? And those who were let go from the Department of Treasury, some of them are the people that might have been opening up those envelopes with your stuff. That part. So that's the reason why I'm saying don't do that. I'm looking for a template, y'all, because I've got to send an email. Must have been a while. Okay, let me see if I can find it. That is just weird. Oh crap. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't know what I just did. I'm like, I just did something in my Outlook. Yeah, no. Not interested in that. I think it thinks I'm lost. Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm like, I thought I was losing it. You know how you keep a template of certain emails, at least I do at work, so that I don't have to re what the heck is going on? This is just weird. Okay, let me go back here. Something's weird going on. This is weird, y'all. Let me close this. Not allowing me to do this. It's not allowing me to do what I need to do. I don't know why it's going automatically over here. What is going on? Bizarre. I'm going to, hmm, I'm going to just, this is just weird. Let me try closing it and going back into it. I'm going to try to go back into it. This is just weird. I know y'all don't have not, but my work email is acting up. It is acting up. It is not allowing me to, I don't know what that is. It is not allowing me to send an email, which is bizarre to me. So I just tried it again. All right, I'm gonna send an email to I'm just putting a text to my boss and letting him know. Hold on, y'all. What's acting up? So I'm just letting him know the low number. Copy. And it's due. Okay. That way someone knows. And I'm just going to have to get out of the file because it's not allowing me to do what I need to do, which is weird. Y'all, I'm telling you, sometimes you have to wonder what is going on with these computers and with these systems. And Microsoft Office, I must tell y'all, sometimes it does act really weird in my work environment. So anyway, I let my boss know that it was acting up so that he knows. So I had a file in my work queue, but was acting up at the end of the day, would not allow me. Yep. All right, y'all. I know that was crazy. Hey, Terry. Terry, do me a favor, Terry. Check your messenger on Facebook. I left you a message on Facebook in your messenger. Um, send me the information that I asked for on there. I don't want to say it on here because you know why. But anyway, it was on a business front. So yeah, do that. I'm so glad to see you though, bro. I am so happy to see you. I'm glad I came on. I I know you've been doing a lot of notary. Are you doing mobile stuff yet? Now, are you able to do it across the state? Or are you still just doing it up in your area? I wonder if you're now. I'm in the process of working on getting my the first of my 3 securities licenses this year because one of the things that I believe hurts us, and I'm talking about us melanated people, is that we are not as um, investment savvy or financial literacy savvy as our palm colored counterparts. And then the problem is that those who do have that information don't want to share it. I'm not one of it's like, but anything that I'm learning, I'm going to share. So as I learn more and more about, you know, in my journey of looking at investing, and because y'all, if you got a few dollars to invest every month, now is going to be the time to do it. And the reason I'm saying now is the time to do it is because a lot of stock prices are going to come down because it appears that what's going on right now is that we are being forced into a recession. Even though I see the Federal Reserve is trying to, stave it off, but we're being forced into a recession. So we need to start learning the stock market just like everybody else. We need to start, learning about this cryptocurrency because it's not going away. And we need to get ourselves as educated as possible about artificial intelligence. I'm going to be taking some classes on artificial intelligence, so that I get a better sense of how it is, can be, and will be utilized in future in financial services, because that's what I've always worked in. And they ain't figured it out yet, but they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to push it. They're trying to figure out how to utilize it within things like mortgage lending. You know, like if you think about the fact that both Fannie and Freddie Mac have automated underwriting systems like LP and DU. That is a computer that is making a human thinking decision. But obviously, the computer can only do so much. And there still is going to be a need, obviously, for some people around it. But it's going to start to be fewer and fewer. And the more that we know about AI and how it impacts whatever field that we're in, the better off we are going to be. You know. Now, I mean, I'm hoping it's not going to be anything like, like Terminator up in here with AI taking over. But in however, I do see that they are really pushing for less and less people interaction, even though they're making everybody go back to the office. Everybody's going back into the office. How y'all liking going back into the office? Mm. And I can tell you, in my industry, there are very few companies that are outside of the office. A lot of them are hybrid now. A lot of them are hybrid. But thankfully, um, my company has continued to be, at least here in the United States, in where in my division, pretty much remote. And that's because the most of us don't even live within the area of an office. And they've also shut down when 2020 happened and we had to roll everybody out of offices. They shut down those offices. They didn't renew leases for those offices. Um, yeah. So they determined it was cheaper to not have those offices. Now, certain functions obviously have to be in an office at some point. So it's just that they don't need as much office space if they only need the space where they have the servers. Do you see what I'm saying? They just need the servers and whoever's going to in the IT folks that are in the area of the service. Those are the only ones who have to be in the office. Everybody else is not. And then they're not there. Well, no, I take that back. There's someone somewhere in IT 24, I would say almost all the time, except on the weekends, because we have offices in other countries. And so there are people that are part of the IT that are in those other countries. And they're on the same servers. Servers go out, go if for whatever division you're in. But I know I've been on here for how long? Oh, I've been on here for an hour, y'all. I came on for an hour. I did an hour. I did good. I'm shocked that I was able to to do an hour. I didn't think I was going to make it more than maybe 30 minutes, but I don't know. I know how to talk. I do talk. I'm a talker. I'm a talker. I'm sorry, y'all. I will be doing more and more of the lives. I am going to be doing something specifically for my members this week. hmm I do have something coming for my members this week. Just a little short video, but you know, just for everyone that is in the membership. And I want to see what some of the things that you guys might want me to share with y'all in membership, especially because I'm outside now. Um, things that y'all might want me to put on the membership that I'm not necessarily going to share on here because I've got like stuff that I tape and but then I'm not sure if I want to share it with everyone. But I think I do want to share it with my members. So those are the kind of things, or there are things that I want to share with the members first. But I am trying to grow our membership, and I am going to be putting out some things for the members, just special little haze, and I'm working on some other stuff for y'all. So be patient with me. I'm going to be coming on in. You expect that you will be getting something from me every day because I like doing these little shorts for like I did them in February. This month I'm going to be doing them. It'll be either a woman in history or a Latino or both. Could be a Latina, like I don't know, like maybe like Selena, who I love. Yeah, I think I might do. I may do a short on Selena this month, but I'm definitely going to be doing women and Hispanic heritage for the month in my shorts. And also look for me to start doing some stuff over on my poetry channel again. I haven't been on there in a few months, but I'm going to start doing some poems and uploading them over to there because a lot of my poetry is 3 minutes or less. So now that shorts are 3 minutes or less, I'm about to start dropping some of it in the 3 minutes or less. But let me switch it around so y'all can see me. Let me turn around so y'all can see me. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let's see. Hey guys, yes, there's that's my computer stuff, but I'm here. I am here and I'm in my comfort uh hoodie. These are weighted hoodies and sweatpants. This it feels so soft with all the rain outside. And when I get off of here, what I'm gonna go do is I'm gonna go in the other room and I'm going to start working on let me show y'all that I just got. And it's my daily prayer journal, companion companion journal. Uh, one of the pastors at my church did this. He has it in hardback and soft. I got the hardback of it. I'm going to put this along with some other things because really, for me, as someone who considers himself a believer, right now is the time to really be in prayer. hmm Whatever's coming, I'm not saying it's going to be like 2020 because I don't think that's what's going to happen. But I think something is coming. hmm And we just need to be prepared. Prep, prep, multiple streams of income. Make sure you have cash on hand as well as your money in the bank. Make sure that you are saving. Make sure you're on a budget and that you are paying yourself as part of that budget. All right, y'all. I think I said enough for today. I will see y'all. Yeah. I like my little glasses. Yeah, I got on my glasses. Sometimes, I was working. Gotta have my glasses, but yeah. There, now they're off. Anyway, I'll see you guys. I will be back. I'm going to be doing these. I just got to figure out what time I'm going to be doing them, but I'll see you guys soon. In the interim, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, y'all. Peace. Bye, y'all. Now, how do I cut this off? Oh, bye.